Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fletch is back with the biggest headlines that have been hitting the news. So without further ado, let's begin. First on the agenda is the England football team. They were in action last night in a friendly against Switzerland. Gareth Southgate's side secured a 1-0 victory at Leicester's King Power Stadium thanks to Marcus Rashford's second half goal. It wasn't the best game you'll ever see and featured a lot of England's secondary squad with the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Danny Welbeck, Fabian Delph, Jack Butland and Eric Dyer, who was captain for the night, starting the game. But by the end of the night, the team featured more of England's usual first team starters due to the amount of substitutions friendlies allow. It was also a special night for Ben Chilwell, who made his Three Lions debut, and what a way to do it, in not only a win, but also doing it at your own club's stadium. Speaking of England, they may not have been in Nations League action last night, but the other two teams in England's group were, and they are Spain and Croatia. It was a scoreline that no one was expecting as Spain ran riot over Croatia, dealing them their heaviest defeat on an international stage, which was a 6-0 thrashing. Saul got the ball rolling for the Spaniards, then came goals from Asensio, an own goal from the Croatian goalkeeper, and then second half goals from Rodrigo, Sergio Ramos and Isco helped Spain to a thumping victory. The result means that Spain sit top of Group 4, League A Group 4, with maximum points from their first two games following their 2-1 victory over England on Saturday. England sit second and they will face both sides again next month, and the World Cup runners-up Croatia are currently rock bottom. Elsewhere in the Nations League, there were victories for Bosnia, Finland, Hungary, Belgium and Luxembourg, whilst Moldova and Belarus played out in goalless draw. But that is it. The international break is over. Okay, it's only over for a few weeks, but it's finally over, and now we can look forward to resuming the Premier League season. Talking of things returning, next week the granddaddy of club football returns. The Champions League will be back and ready to write another chapter in football history. Of course, this is not the only European club competition to be returning, as the Europa League is back also. But could a third European club competition be created for future seasons? UEFA have allegedly pitched an idea to introduce a third-tier European club competition for the 2021-22 season, and it will see 32 teams compete, and in doing so will reduce the number of teams currently playing within the Europa League from 48 to 32. And by using the power of maths, we'll see 96 teams compete across all three tiers of European competitions. The idea is said to have come about in discussions on how to raise the profile of the Europa League. And when you think about it, if this is the answer they came up with to raise the Europa League's competition or profile, it sounds like someone who's fat hanging around with someone who's much fatter than they are to make it look like they are thinner in comparison. Anyway, the third competition will be full of teams that are mid-table and without major financial investment, will not be advancing much in their own domestic league, or at least not on a consistent basis enough to progress to the Europa League or Champions League. But it's also a way of ensuring more chances of playing continental football for more teams, and that means even more money will be injected into the game. As I was alluding to, I don't think this competition will be oozing with sheer quality when it's first introduced, and whilst it will be nice for teams to play in who don't normally qualify for European competitions, for the winner of the competition it can act as a gateway to the Europa League, should they not qualify there through their own domestic league. A bit like how the Europa League winner qualifies for next season's Champions League, that kind of thing. But this is all speculation for now. The basic outline has been proposed, but the format and qualification issues are still to be addressed. And this will be discussed should the competition get the proper green light to go ahead. So what do you think? Would you welcome a third-tier UEFA European competition, or would you like to see either of the competitions already in place expand or evolve? Or would you just leave them as they are? I would love to read your comments on this in the comment section below. And that about rounds up some of the biggest headlines from the world of football. Yeah, it's not a very long video, but the news is in short supply, and that's probably down to how dull this international break is going right now. But thank God it's over, right? Anyway, I'm going to try and get a video like this out on a daily basis, so fingers crossed on that. Otherwise, let me know in the comments section below what you thought of England's performances over the international break, or any other team that you follow. What do you make of the UEFA Nations League? That's also a big thing that's happening right now. And also, any comment on UEFA's proposed third European club competition would also be very interesting to read. Guys, thanks for listening. Hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new here or want to view more content like this or anything else on my channel. This has been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you all in the next video.